In this video, we're going to be taking a look at a little bit different project where we're going to be creating a chevron pattern, but a multi-deco chevron pattern, just something a little bit different for you. And so what we need to do before we create our chevron pattern is we have to figure out the scale. And in order to figure out the scale, we have to have some type of reference object. So what we're going to do here is grab our text tool here in CorelDRAW, type out our letter M for Mary, and then we're going to make it a little bit bigger. Let's go ahead and open up our font manager here inside EasyStone, and let's type in freshman maybe. There it is. There's freshman. And we're going to set the height of this. I'm going to make 6-inch letters. So I'm going to make my chevron pattern that's relevant in size to the lettering that I want to do. So we'll just grab our 2-point line tool and draw a line. Any angle, any size, doesn't matter. Then we're going to grab our control handle. We're going to hold our control key down and flip it. See, when I get past that middle point, it just flips it perfectly. Right click to make a duplicate, and there you go. So now what we're going to do is pick these two up, grab from node to node, right click to make a duplicate. Now, see, I let go of the duplicate. When I select it again, watch what happens. This time I'm not going to let go of the duplicate, and I'm just going to hit Control D. See how it just duplicates it? Very, very easy. Okay? So now we kind of have the first beginnings of our pattern. We're going to go ahead and select that. Let's close our font manager. We don't need that. We're going to go ahead and select that, and let's give our M a different color here and place these over the top of our M. There it is. So you can see this pattern right now is quite large for our letter M. So we're going to scale it and make it more appropriately sized and see, well, how many times do we want it to go across? Well, I say I want it to go more. So we'll scale it down some more till you get it to the point where you want it. Now I decide I want a little bit less. So you can kind of tweak it. Now we can also go, do we want it real tall, or do we want to flatten? See, so you have that determination of, you know, how much you want or how little you want it. It's up to you. All right, so I decide that's what we're doing. We're going to go with this right here. So the next thing we're going to do is right click on band. Break at nodes is join paths. So we'll go ahead and right click on that. And then what we're going to do is offset this. We're going to offset this. For me, we're going to offset this 12 millimeters. That's what I've determined. So we're going to select it, hit the plus key on our keyboard, and nudge it up with our arrow keys. Okay, step 1 is complete. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do 2 rows of stones. So this is going to become our multi-deco. We're doing 2 rows of stones. So for that, we're going to offset 4 millimeters. So we'll go ahead and hit the plus key on our keyboard and offset 4. We're doing 2 rows of stones, so for the next offset is 6 millimeters, because we're using SS10 stones. So we hit the plus key and offset 6. And now what we need to do is do the same thing, but we need to offset 4 again. I know, geez, all these numbers make your head rattle, but trust me, they all mean something here. All right, so now what we need to do is we need to cap off the multi-deco part. So we're grabbing our 2-point line tool, and we're just going to go from node to node, and same thing over here. We just need to cap this off. Go from node to node. Okay. Now what we need to do is pick up these 3 lines, our little squiggly line and our end caps. So we'll switch to our pick tool, and if I hold down my Alt key and just drag that marquee over those 3 lines, those 3 lines will be picked up. If we move them, you can see those 3 lines are picked up. But we need to add in this last one. And sometimes what I like to do, did I make that selection? I just pull it away. Yes, I have the object selected I need. I hit Control Z to undo, and then right click on band to join those together. Now if I try to fill this shape and it fills with color, ta-da, then obviously we did it right. Okay. So now the next thing to do is add some stones to these paths. So I'm going to make them crystal. You can see our stone size is SS10 here. So Alt AS to add stones. And there our stones been added. Now we're going to select the whole kit and caboodle here and delete our stone paths. we are going to also check for stone spacing. And you can see it actually deleted, which we didn't want. It actually tried to delete our multi-deco. So let's try that one more time. Okay, there we go. So it deleted any overlapping stones we had, but it left our multi-deco piece right where it should be. So now here's what we're going to do. We're going to select everything except that line. This line is just a reference. So if we go from here to here, right-clicking, okay, and remember before we did the Control D trick? Control D, 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 ta-da! Our pattern has been born. So we're going to just go ahead and delete some of the stuff here at the bottom that we don't need anymore. And let's see here. Let's just grab our freehand pick tool and come in here. We'll delete. So you can see how we can just come in here and select those. And we can just delete just those along the bottom there. All right. So that is our chevron pattern. So it's very, very straightforward to create. Go ahead and delete those. And so now we have this huge monstrous pattern. We can just slap anything over the top of it and be able to create whatever we want to create. Now in a separate video we'll actually show you how to use this pattern, but now we have it created, and so now we can do all kinds of fun stuff with it. Thanks for watching.